All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is the SC Reddit Open Bronze match between Yulath and Zukarakox. This is Game 2 in a best of 5. Zukarakox spawning on the right-hand side, and Yulath spawning as the Zerg in the top-hand side, whatever the hell that means. I am Harlequin, and with me today is Atomica. Atomica, we've seen our fair share of Protoss versus Zerg games today, especially on Scrap Station. What have we learned from all that? What's your opinion? Where do you think this is going?
Obviously, the Zerg player is going to be, well, hopefully is going to be fast to exploit the easily defensible Nat and just go for that fast macro. We kind of saw the same thing on the last map where we had that really long rush distance over the diagonal and had some really good macro there. There isn't as much exploitation that can be done on this map. Like you said earlier, there's only one forward ramp to get up into the Zerg base, or both bases, that is. So besides a pretty obvious drop, Zerg players should be pretty safe for any early to mid-game.
And contrary to all advice, Yulath is going for an 11 pool, just with a simple extractor trick to get himself up to 11 and then taking his spawn pool. So he could be looking to do some early harassment, who knows. Doing a double extractor trick now, 12 out of 10 supply, and hopefully going to catch Zukarakox off guard in case he's looking to do a pylon or a photon cannon expansion or something to that effect.
While we're waiting for both players' macro to get moving, I would love to give a shout out to my wonderful, wonderful friend Amalia, who has been bringing me water and popcorn for all of these hours.
Hey, that's really good. I've been trying to sneak beef jerky in between, so excellent job there. And looks like, well aware of what's happening, Zukarakox getting a double gateway up right away, so of course this is going to end up skewing his build quite a bit. Whatever he was planning, he's certainly planning on getting at least double Zealots for at least a short while. But he knows he's got some time because this is a pretty long rush distance. But here we go with a little 6-ling rush right off the bat just to kind of get things started.
Yeah, he's actually he's sitting on a whole lot of Chrono Boost energy. And I think he just accidentally double Chrono Boosted his gateway, but no, he Chrono Boosted his Nexus. Never mind.
Yeah, Nexus gateway there. It looks like.
Yeah, so he might be actually going for he's just getting out these Zealots to avoid the 10 pool, which is actually pretty smart.
Yeah, and even with one Zealot out, it's always kind of annoying to have to deal with 6 Lings. Yeah, good. The Ling should go back on there. He's doing good Ling microing the wounded ones out. Accidentally got the other one microed back in and then lost it. And Zealots are trying to put their backs up against the wall. And at this point, the Lings are pretty much outnumbered. And right into the probes. And of course, the probes, being smart, are just going to attack right away. And that is the end of a 10 pool, 11 pool rush for the Zerg player.
Absolutely. At this time, Zukarakox has this probe just sitting behind Yulath's Nat. And I'm curious to see if he's going to try to do kind of a proxy pylon thing or if he's just using it to scout.
Yeah, and I like that he had the presence of mind to get a double gate, but then at the same time he got an assimilator because he knew in his head, I'm going to be going, definitely going to be going Zealots for a little while to fight this off, but in the end I actually want to end up on something that's gas heavy, so he got the gas anyways. So more of a defensive double gate than a offensive one where you wouldn't see gas so much.
Right. I'm pretty surprised that Yulath hasn't gone for the 15 pool hatch, or just the 10 pool hatch then, or 10 hatch. He's actually kind of content sitting on his one base right now, which
yeah, I agree. I'm really surprised that he would do that. Now he's got the double queens out because I'm sure he's anticipating maybe he'll call his bluff and get air units or something. But honestly, that never works. I mean, doing a 6-pool rush like that just doesn't work on this map. I mean, that wasn't a 6-pool. Doing a 6-ling rush, even if it's a 10-pool or 11-pool, just doesn't work. I mean, it does a tiny bit of annoyance and it skews their build order, but a good player who sees it coming knows exactly what to do. And now he's really just hindered himself, especially if you look at the unit counts. He's at, he's finally catching up 20 to 22 probes, but at least he's teching with double gas, so I would imagine that he's going to go mutas and just kind of try and hold things off with the roaches.
Yeah, he does have 5 roaches down right now, and actually this would be very, very good in terms of what's actually being thrown at his base right now. 2 stalkers are kind of advancing along with 6. Okay, hold on just a sec. Something just in.
Yeah, a whole lot of roaches are out now, and hopefully he's aware that the impending attack is coming his way. He has not seen the supporting pylon up by his natural, and it looks like Zukarakox is just going to push on in with this little bit of Stalkers and Zealots. Now, Zukarakox, I know what he's thinking. In his head, he's thinking, oh, he committed everything to rushing early. Therefore, he's going to stop making units and start making production and start making drones at some point. I should capitalize on that. But little did he know, no, Yulath actually just made a whole bunch of roaches. And here is the fight. Looks like those Zealots are in the perfect position to allow these Stalkers to focus the units they need to. Very hard to fight Zealots when you've got Stalkers picking off your wounded, but still, I think Yulath has just enough roaches to actually make this work.
Okay, this just in. Vicwith actually has to leave the tournament right now, so he will not be playing in the finals. Instead, the winner of this match, or rather this set, will be advancing to the finals to face, who is facing Vicwith? Not Hypnotoad. Hybrid Frog, right. Hybrid Frog. So, whoever wins this, is going to go up to the finals.
So Hydra Frog being the Protoss player we saw earlier, winner of this match. So could be Zerg versus Protoss in the finals. Could be Protoss on Protoss, depending on how well this works. Zukarakox is currently up 1-0. This is game 2, so we'll have to see. But that's very interesting. That kind of stuff happens in these kind of community games that sometimes go on forever. But hey, we'll see what happens. Hydralisk Den going up. Roach Warren already up, obviously, because we've been seeing roaches fight this whole time. But and the expansion's going up, but he has yet to notice that Zukarakox has planted this pylon behind his expansion, which could be really annoying if he wants to take advantage of that. But that roach push was just enough to take care of that many sentries, not sentries, Stalkers, but really it had to do with the fact that there was just too far of a resupply distance for Zukarakox to keep sending units.
Right. So once again, the loser of this match, the loser of the set, is going to take third place, and the winner is going to go to the finals to face Hybrid Frog in a best of 5. So right now we're seeing a pretty aggressive roach advancement. What do you think is going to happen?
Yeah, I'm surprised to see him being so aggressive with roaches, because he just barely was able to muster a defense last time. But I don't see any reason for him to think that he can do too much more. I like that he took out that expansion, but he should really stop there. But maybe we'll see him push all the way, but I think he's kind of beat here. So far, interesting shield, but not too much. But again, I think the Stalkers are just enough to counter the roaches. Unlike, say, Stalkers versus Marauders, where the Marauders actually... oh, look at that, and he's cannoning his expansion right now. Zukarakox is able to fill in 3 cannons behind there, so not only did he use that to his advantage, but he actually just permanently threw down some cannons there, which is kind of interesting. But what I was going to say was, unlike Stalker versus Marauder, where they each kind of mutually counter each other, I've always been kind of annoyed by Roach versus Stalker, because the Roaches just, the Stalkers just straight up do bonus damage to Roaches, and it's not the other way around. So it's kind of
absolutely
not a normal matchup.
That, and Stalkers do have the advanced range. Stalkers have a range of 6, while Roaches only have a range of 3. And if I'm not mistaken, Stalkers are also a little bit faster, so Stalkers just have the edge on all 3 aspects.
Yeah, the Roach walking algorithm is kind of strange, because their slow speed is accounted for the fact that they actually move a normal speed, but then they stutter step. They kind of stop in between each step, and as a result, it kind of averages to a slower speed. It's kind of annoying, but yeah, the fast Stalkers easily pick them off. Interesting attack on the rear of the base here. Again, he's got a really nice Roach Hydra army here, though. There's, I can't really complain about this too much, especially if he can just sneak right on in and do some damage to the Recon. But gonna have to get those Hydras in the back for starters, and focusing on the sentries and Stalkers.
Absolutely.
Beautiful.
Ooh, nice force field.
That really saved his retreat a little bit.
Zukarakox is actually researching hallucination right now. Not quite sure what he's going to do with that.
Yeah, he keeps getting that right at the wrong times. Like, I like that he's gotten it, but I have yet to really see him win a game because of it, or even use it for that much. Boy, that Warp Gate resupply of the Stalkers is just going to turn this pretty favorably for him. But look at the resupply that's just constantly coming across the map. It's rare you get to see roaches like this just go toe-to-toe with stalkers and just straight up beat them. So looks like we got Yulath is going to win one game, and Zukarakox is going to win one game. Metalopolis is going to be the next one. So this is a best-of-5 bronze place match for these two, and is now tied 1-1.